Dave and Julia's love story began on social media, an unexpected meeting that quickly turned into something special. Dave, once a self-confessed player, had made a promise to himself: the moment he met the right woman, he would leave his old ways behind. That woman was Julia. Captivated by her kindness, charm, and unwavering honesty, he knew she was the one. They got married, and Dave kept his promise. He became a devoted husband, leaving his past life behind for good. But not everyone was happy with their happiness. Julia had a circle of friends who, secretly, admired Dave. Despite his loyalty to Julia, her friends made attempts to lure him. They sent him flirtatious texts, made inappropriate advances during gatherings, and even tried to create opportunities to be alone with him. But Dave remained steadfast. He rejected their overtures at every turn, his love for Julia unshakable. Frustrated and embarrassed by their failures, Julia's friends decided to sow seeds of doubt in her mind. They told her lies about Dave, painting him as unfaithful, sneaky, and dishonest. Julia, who had always trusted Dave, found herself struggling to reconcile her love for him with the constant whispers of betrayal. Instead of confronting Dave, Julia grew distant, her heart weighed down by suspicion. She became withdrawn, crying herself to sleep, unsure of how to voice her fears. Dave, sensing something was wrong, tried to comfort her, asking what was troubling her, but Julia kept her anguish to herself. One night, unable to bear the uncertainty, Julia decided to check Dave's phone while he was asleep. She combed through his messages and call logs, searching for any sign of infidelity, but found nothing. Frustrated and sleepless, she resolved to uncover the truth another way. The next morning, Julia woke up early, prepared Dave's breakfast, and left him a note on their bed. It read,
"Dear my husband, sorry I left without telling you. I'm visiting my mom for a week. See you soon, honey. I love you."
She hid under the bed, her heart pounding as she waited for Dave to return home. When Dave arrived, he noticed the note immediately. He read it carefully, then sat on the bed and dialed a number. Julia held her breath, her pulse racing.
Hi, my love. How are you doing? Yeah, I just got home from work. My wife isn't here today. Honestly, I don't even love her. I can't wait to divorce her. I'm so glad she's gone. We're going to have such a good time together. I'll come pick you up in a bit.
Dave hung up the phone and left the room, slamming the door. Under the bed, Julia's world shattered. Her worst fears had come true. Tears streamed down her face as she tried to muster the strength to move. Eventually, she crawled out from under the bed, her body trembling. But as she stood, her eyes fell on another note, left neatly on the bed. It read,
Hi, my beautiful wife. That was a fake call. Next time you hide under the bed, make sure you hide better. I saw your toes peeking out. I love you, and I'm not going anywhere. Join me in the living room.
Julia froze, the note slipping from her fingers. A wave of relief, guilt, and joy washed over her. Wiping her tears, she walked to the living room, where she found Dave casually watching TV. He looked up and smiled. "Hey, sweetheart," he said. Overwhelmed, Julia threw her arms around him, apologizing through her tears. She confessed everything, the lies her friends had told her doubts, and how it had consumed her. Dave held her close and reassured her. "Your friends made those lies up because they wanted me for themselves. I turned them down every time, Julia. You're the only woman I've ever loved, and I'll always be loyal to you." The weight of their unspoken fears lifted as they sat together, talking late into the night. They promised to trust each other, no matter what others might say. From that day forward, Julia distanced herself from the toxic friends who had tried to destroy her marriage. Dave and Julia rebuilt their bond stronger than ever, proving that love, trust, and communication could overcome even the darkest doubts.